nerve, muscle, connective, epithelial. Long ago, the four tissues lived together in harmony, but everything changed when the pathogens attacked. Only with their forces combined could they stand a chance, but when the organism needed them most, they vanished. 100 years have passed, and the tissues have replicated themselves once more. However, they still have a lot to remember before they can save anyone. But I believe these tissues can save the world.
Hello there. I am the king of the connective tissue nation. Bow down before my prowess. Haha, just kidding. Allow me to regale you about my characteristics. With this knowledge you can help me defeat the pathogens. First of all, let me explain to you what exactly a tissue is. Your body is made up of cells, and cells that have similar functions tend to exist in their own nations or sheets. These are known as tissues. There are four main types that each have their own respective function: connective, epithelial, muscle, and nerve. However, it is obviously I, the great connective tissue, who reigns supreme over all.
Hey, we are all equal in our own respective wild.
Shush, epithelial, you are irrelevant. Anyways, as I was saying, I am known as a connective tissue. Now you may be wondering why I look like that red stuff inside of you known as blood. I will get into that later. First, let me explain what my supreme role in the body is.
You're not supreme.
I said shush. Anyways, I am known as a connective tissue that, like any other tissue, is made up of cells, but unlike any other tissue, I am also made up of various fibers such as collagen fibers and also amorphous ground substance, which is like a watery gel of protein. These three components give me a shape similar to a matrix. My supreme role in the body is to make up the skeletal system. This means that I am what makes up your bones, your tendons, the things that connect two bones, your ligaments, the things that connect a bone to a muscle, and also the cartilage, a more flexible version of the bone. My job is to form a framework for the body via the skeletal system that will give it structure and allow for organs to stay in place. Basically, without me you would be a lump of skin and organs. I am also tasked with helping transport minerals and nutrients between other tissues and also being a layer of protection for the important organs in your body. For example, I make up the cartilage in your rib cage that protects your heart and lungs. I can also be classified into two categories depending on how the fibers within my matrix are organized. They are loose connective tissue and dense connective tissue. Loose connective tissue means that the fibers in my matrix are loosely arranged. I would also be made up of a lot more of that gel-like ground substance, which creates a lot of empty space within my matrix. This is why this tissue type is also referred to as areolar tissue, because the prefix areola is Latin for small open area. Since this tissue type is so loosey-goosey, it is incredibly versatile in what it can do and therefore has three main types. Firstly, this tissue can act as a supporting figure where it is known as reticular tissue. Reticular tissue is a form of the loose connective tissue that is responsible for providing a cushion to various organs and help protect/cover blood vessels. There is also adipose tissue, which also helps in cushioning the body, but primarily acts as a storage of energy in the form of fat. Finally, there is areolar tissue that helps bind the skin to the muscle itself. Dense connective tissue is another classification of me that has its fibers organized very tightly. This allows it to become way more resistant to any force or tension acted upon itself. It can be divided into two main types as well. The first is known as dense irregular, which has very irregularly organized fibers. No, seriously, look at this thing. However, this form of tissue has a three-dimensional structure and can therefore resist a lot of tension. This tissue is found in the walls of organs and even in the whites of your eyes. Dense regular tissue is the other classification, and it conversely has its fibers nicely organized. See, look at it. This tissue is primarily made up of type 1 collagen fibers, which are a type of protein. These are the tissues that are incredibly robust and therefore make up the ligaments, tendons, cartilage, and bones which have to take a considerable amount of force. Okay, we are done with the boring stuff. Now allow me to address the elephant in the room. Why the heck do I look like a blood cell? Well, there are two special types of connective tissue that instead of having a solid fibrous matrix, they have a liquid matrix. These tissues are known as blood and lymph. You have probably heard of blood. You know, it's the thing that is circulating throughout your whole body delivering oxygen to cells and organs, and it's also the thing that has white blood cells meant to protect you from deadly pathogens. Overall, I am what is keeping you alive. Now you may not have heard about lymph. Lymph is essentially a fluid that goes through your lymphatic system. It contains the white blood cells that are what protects you from the evil outside bacteria and pathogens. Okay, I believe you have now been equipped with the necessary information about my greatness.
You're not great, and I believe that you should.
Epithelial, you are the most irrelevant tissue ever. I have not even heard about your existence and nobody has asked you.
Wow, how rude.
Okay, I am sorry. Please forgive me for my sins.
Okay.
Anyways, you now have the necessary information to defeat the evil pathogens. Let us charge into battle now. Super scary Warcry.